Hello everyone, I'm Beastalia and today I want to give you a list of 10 underrated mods this time Forge version. Now all of these mods will be available for the latest version of Minecraft except for the first mod. So without further ado, let's get started on this video. So the first mod that we have is Caves++. This mod is currently available for 1.15.2. This mod adds new mobs, cave generations, and biomes into this game. The mobs are quite nicely textured and animated, but the main focus of this mod is the cave generation. It's honestly one of the best cave generation mods out there, except for one problem which I'll get into later on. The mod also adds 2 new biomes, the Marble Desert and the Purple Granite Forests. From what I can see, the caves in these biomes are much more spectacular than the other ones. It really has the potential to become one of the best caves mod out there. However, this mod isn't really server friendly or performance friendly. I've tried to play with just this mod alone and it's really lagging out my world a lot. Given that my computer can usually run 50 mods without problem, I'm sure this mod is quite resource intensive. With that being said, if they were able to fix the performance problem, I'm sure this mod will be one of the best mods you can find in 1.15.2. So the next mod that we have is Plonk. This mod and the mods later on will be available for the latest version of Minecraft. Plonk is a really simple mod that allows you to place items on any surface of a block. All you have to do is to press P at the block while you're holding the item that you want to place. You can place a maximum of 4 stacks of items on the surface of a block. The maximum size of a stack can be changed in the config file. You can also rotate the block by right-clicking on the item. I think this is a really simple and useful decorative mod that everyone should have installed. I especially like the fact that you can place books on top of a table to make it more dynamic. The next mod is Remastered. This mod is an awesome adventure mod that changes the way you work your way to the end. The vanilla stronghold is now replaced by a gorgeous ant castle that you will need to explore in order to find the portal room. The portal has also been changed so that now you cannot just place Eye of Ender in the frames anymore. Instead, you will need to find the 11 customized by adventuring around the world. For example, the old eye can be found in Desert Pyramid, and the corrupted eye can be found in Pillager Outpost. You will also need to craft a powered core in order to power up the portal. I really think the idea of this mod is amazing, as it gives you a reason to actually travel around different places in order to finish the game. It makes the game more complete, in a sense. Alright, so next up we have Passable Foliage. This is a really simple mod that changes the structure of the leaves blocks. Instead of being a solid block, now the blocks can actually be walked over. If you fall from a height with some leaves in between, the fall damage you take will be decreased. You also walk a bit slower when you're passing through the leaves. You may not think too much about this mod, but I have to tell you, I don't know how long I've been waiting for a mod like this to come out. It's almost impossible to ride a horse in forests or jungles as you'll be stopped by these leaves over and over again. But with this mod on, you can finally ride a horse in forests without worrying about stopping every second. This mod also makes a sound every time something passes through the leaves. This makes passing through the forest a little bit more spooky, as you hear these sounds really often in forests and you don't know if the thing passing through the leaves is a mob or an animal. Speaking of spooky forest, the next mod, Whisperwoods, complements the mod Passable Foliage a lot. This mod adds a couple mobs and ambience into the game that makes the forest a lot more spookier than usual. Due to the nature of the mod, I don't think it's a good idea to just show the mobs to you. Instead, I'm gonna show you a gameplay of playing in the forest with this mod and Passable Foliage on. Quite spooky, right? At least it was for me. Alright, so for the next mod, we have the Wizard Staff. This is a more simplified version of the magic mods out there. The crafting recipe for the magic wand is surprisingly cheap. So after you craft a magic wand, all you have to do is shift right click and put items inside that can cast magic spells. Those include gas tears, glowstone, nether bricks, netherrack, obsidian, etc. All the information about this mod that you need will be available on the CurseForge page already. This mod also uses the XP as the mana source, so it actually gives you a reason to get more XP besides to enchant stuff. You can reduce the cost for casting spells by wearing magic armor. The magic armor can be created by putting either iron, gold, or leather armor inside the wand and right clicking with it. The spells in this mod is well thought out and balanced. not to mention very fun to use. If you're like me who likes to play with magic mod but doesn't want to spend too much time researching how to use each one of the spell and figuring out how to use the mana system, then I think this mod is for you. Next up we have Dungeons mobs. This mod adds mobs from Minecraft dungeons into this game, along with a few new items. The mobs are really nicely textured, but the animations still need a little bit work according to the mod offer. The new mobs will spawn in woodland mansions, but they can also be configured to spawn in raids as well. From what I can see, the mobs are really highly detailed and even the items that they give is really good. I'm really looking forward to see them finish working on this mod, as they mentioned that they will be adding bosses later on. Coming up next is another mod in beta, and it is Stanny's expansion. I think there are some really good creatures mod recently, and they are being overshadowed by Alex mobs. I think it's my duty to shine a light on some mods that are really good as well, but aren't as popular. Stanny's expansion is a perfect example of that. The mobs in this mod is really nicely textured and really nicely animated as well. Although this mod is still in beta, the quality is already beyond impressive. So be sure to check this mod out, highly recommended. One thing to note though is that you need to turn on the mob spawn yourself, since it is turned off by default. The next mod that we have is Meet Your Fight. This mod adds 2 new bosses into the game. The first boss, Bellringer, can be summoned using the bell. All the summoning items you will need for this mod can be crafted using vanilla items. The first boss, Bellringer, is a relatively easy boss to defeat, but he still poses a challenge if you don't have the proper equipments. He drops Phantasm on death, which can either be crafted into the Passage Throw, which teleports you up to 16 blocks through any surface. Spectrix Eyes, which allows you to see all nearby mobs through walls. Another item, Spectrix Grabs, gives you an extra block reach distance. The second boss, Down Fortuna, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. He is a much tougher opponent that has multiple attacks. Once defeated, he drops the Fortune's Favor, which can be crafted into 2 items that lets you do more damage or take less damage randomly respectively. It can also be crafted into a weapon that randomly inflicts potion effects on your enemies. Overall, this is a really fun mod that adds some challenges into this game. Alright, so the last mod on the list is Never Wanted or Needed. Although the name suggests that you don't need the items or things in this mod, but actually I found it really useful. This mod adds new variants of villagers, new berry bushes, hammer and spades to let you mine by a 3x3 radius. There are also a lot of other things here that I just don't have the time to go over. Overall, this is a really amazing mod, and it fits into the theme of vanilla Minecraft really well. So yeah, that's all the mods in this list. Let me know if you have any comments or ideas on what videos I should do next, because frankly, I'm out of ideas. So yeah, that's it. Remember to subscribe if you like this video, and share this video, and blah blah blah, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.